The four Republicans vying to become the next Texas Attorney General squared off in a debate last Tuesday in Dallas. The University of Houston poll found Central Texas Congressman Chip Roy in the lead with 33%, followed by State Senator Mays Middleton of Galveston at 23%, State Senator Joan Huffman of Houston at 13%, and Aaron Reitz, who was an Assistant Attorney General at the U.S. Justice Department during President Trump's current term, at 6%. 25% are unsure. As you know, the seat opened after Ken Paxton decided to run for U.S. Senate, and the candidates were each asked what they would do to target fraud, just like what was found in Minnesota.
The Attorney General has two major powers that he can do to wipe out the fraud, waste, and abuse that's happening right now in Texas. Number one are the dozens of different divisions in the Attorney General's office that are already recuperating hundreds of millions of dollars for the state of Texas under Ken Paxton's leadership. The second most important tool is the newly created in the Justice Department under President Trump of a national fraud czar at the Justice Department.
There has not been, in my opinion, a full-fledged effort from the Attorney General's office to make that a top priority. It would be, because it's a crime, and it would be a top priority of mine to work with local law enforcement, with local prosecutors, with the federal government to do an extensive investigation and prosecutions of anyone who is involved in any level of fraud.
I've been working closely with Treasury Secretary Bessent and the great leadership of the Trump administration to follow the money, as I said before. Again, one of the core and central powers of the Office of the Attorney General is to do that. And these vast networks that are engaged in funneling money into our country need to be explored, and they need to be rooted out, and we need to follow the money. But you've got to actually be serious about prosecuting and going after fraud.
It's all taxpayer money. That's what they're stealing from us, and we love eliminating this from the budget, right? Waste, fraud, and abuse. But we need to hold those accountable that have committed the waste and the fraud and the abuse. And I'm already in the fight to do exactly that. Food stamps. And it won't surprise anyone, there's a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse related to food stamps. I took on the big soda lobby and stopped soda and candy from being included in the taxpayer-funded food stamp program.
In the Democratic primary for Attorney General, State Senator Nathan Johnson was leading in a recent poll by the University of Houston with 25%, followed by former Galveston Mayor Joe Jaworski at 22%, and former FBI agent and attorney Tony Box has 13%. 40% remain unsure in that race.